Welcome to another episode of the 5-Minute Leader. Hope you're doing well. Today, I want to talk about the importance of face-to-face / in-person interaction, especially if you are a leader. Now, you may have seen fairly recently an article came out with Jamie Dimon, the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, where he talked about the importance of business travel specifically for leaders. And he basically said that if you are a leader and you're not willing to travel for business to meet your employees or customers in person, you're going to fail and you're going to become obsolete. And this generated a lot of debate, some criticism, some agreement, but there's just a lot of discussion around this idea of, is this still relevant and do we need it? And I wanted to chime in on this because I think it's a very, very important topic, very, very relevant. And something I've been advocating for and being a huge proponent of for a long time now. Ever since I have talked about flexible work, even in 2014 when my book, The Future of Work, came out, I've always said that there is still a relevancy and a place for in-person work, especially when we think about leadership. So it's true, you can be productive in a virtual world, but especially if you're in a leadership position, there's something different about meeting with employees, meeting with customers, actually seeing what's happening in different parts of the world, actually having conversations with employees in different locations. It's not the same thing as just jumping on a Zoom call with them. Your people and your customers need to see you, all of you, in 3D, not just a face behind a screen. And similarly, as a leader, you need to see your people in 3D and not just behind a screen. So if you are in a leadership role, I really want to have this video be kind of a call to action for you to make sure that just because you can be behind a screen doesn't mean you are behind a screen. Above all, you, from everybody else, need to make sure that you are spending time in person with your employees, with your team members, with your customers. Because even Jamie Dimon said, this is where you get a lot of the curiosity. This is where you get a lot of the growth. This is where you hear things that are not scheduled, right? It's one thing to have a Zoom call with somebody where you're going to have a one-on-one. It's another thing to be walking down the hall, to run into people, to hear things, to grab lunch with a customer, for them to see you, shake their hand, look them in the eye, pay attention to body language. Similarly, when we think about leadership training and development, you can't just train somebody to become a leader by having them watch some videos staring at a screen. You need to have that in-person relationship, that in-person training. So I think above all, if you are a current or aspiring leader, you need to accept and understand the fact that in-person meetings and work is going to be and will continue to be a huge part of how you work. And to be honest, you should be grateful and thankful for that because it's going to make you a better leader. It's going to uncover all sorts of insights for you. You're going to be able to identify new opportunities. It's in your best interest to be doing this. Yeah, maybe it's a little bit annoying to have to get on a plane and fly, but you know what? Part of your role as a leader is to do more and care more than everybody else that you work with. And I learned that from Frank Blake, the former CEO of the Home Depot. You do more and you care more than everybody else on your team, which means buckle up, pack a suitcase, get on the plane, go meet people in person because it's what you signed up to do. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Put some of these things into practice. Spend more time. If you don't need to get on a plane, you can grab coffee with people. By all means, do that as well. Let me know what you think. In person versus virtual when it comes to leadership. Do you agree? Do you disagree? See you soon.